After leaving the forum, I joined a startup called Churera, classic Silicon Valley Series B startup. We're offering tools to test, debug, and monitor AI models. So my line of work, one thing I forgot to mention is that I've always been working around trustworthy AI, how to make AI more trustworthy. It has been the defining question of my career for the last 10 years. And I was the director of strategy, and I was lucky enough after close to 3 years, the company was acquired by Snowflake last year. That's when I left, and I was asking myself after 7 years in the industry, what could I do next? And upon reflection, I decided to start SkildMind. So SkildMind is a tech-enabled consultancy that helps enterprises in their AI transformation journey. So one thing I noticed working at Churera in the past is that most of our clients were big banks, insurers, big enterprises, basically, eager to adopt AI. But there were many blockers, among them the cultural change. How do you navigate the cultural transformation in your organization? They were over-focused on, again, building the tech stack, investing in technology. But how do you invest in AI adoption? How do you invest in upskilling? How do you invest in making sure that people actually are augmented by the technology? So I've noticed that there were many barriers to AI adoption, and SkildMind basically helps them from the very beginning, help them set the strategic objectives. Because again, AI is just a tool. What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? Let's start there. And it might turn out that your objective doesn't require AI, which is perfectly fine. But let's start with what are your strategic objectives? And then once you set your direction, what capabilities do you need to actually deliver on this in terms of obviously tech infrastructure, data, talent, culture? So I'm helping them across these 4 dimensions. And obviously my core skills are around AI governance, so I'm helping them building the AI governance capabilities. And then only then you can profitably build AI pilots with clear return on investment, because that's one of the biggest frustration in the market now. Executives are pressured to invest in AI by the board and in the overall context, but they struggle to justify this investment. Often because there was not enough, I would say, work done on clear success metrics, business metrics that goes beyond what the AI system is doing actually, and ultimately when the model, and how you move from, these pilots to scale, and you're creating organizational-wide value. So I'm helping them across the journey with a former colleague, and we're building a fantastic team now with people who have been enterprise AI for over 10 years. So that's my main activity. One thing I want to mention real quick is that I'm really concerned about the impact of AI in society, not so much because AI is bad for society, it's much more how people adapt or upskill, to your point, into the AI era. And one way to address this concern for me was to start the African Olympiad Academy. So it's a world-class residential high school based in Kigali in East Africa for top math and science students. So what we do is we organize math competitions across the continent, select the very, very top students, like the 0.1%, who bring them into the school and train them around Math Olympiad pedagogy. And Math Olympiad pedagogy is really centered on 2 things. Problem solving. You are thinking about what are the key skills to succeed at the AI era. Deep problem solving skills and critical thinking. That's the whole point of this high school. So we pilot this for 3 years, and hopefully we can then scale this across many education institutions.